apparent that they and the Rekietas were friends and may have recently had a falling out. It should be noted that in recent videos of the Imholtes, April has at times also appeared tired, lethargic, and strung out as well. This is what I've been trying to tell her. You can blame me all you want. You can say that I fucked you over, that I ruined your life. April, Nick, Kayla, everybody saw it. This wasn't a fucking secret. Everybody saw it. Everybody knew. I fucking told you guys it had gone too far. April, I told you you had a problem. You fucking screamed at me. You called me a monster. You said I was a bad guy. You said I was trying to ruin the fun. This makes me more angry. And I'm trying to get away from being angry and pointing the finger at other people, and I'm trying to take responsibility for what I've done. But I fucking tried. Kayla, you know, and Kayla, I am sorry that I fucking have let all the cats out of the bag, and Nick and April, I'm sorry I'm let all the cats out of the bag about the sexual stuff and all that stuff. I'm hurt. I'm vengeful. Whatever. I make mistakes. I share too much. Whatever. But Kayla, we fucking tried. You said you wanted to be done. When Nick brought drugs into my fucking house, when I said no, and he brought them in there, and I confronted you on it. I said, this either goes or I go. You said, I know. We have to be done. It has to stop. You threw a fucking Popeye's iced tea in Nick's face because he said he wanted to cut back and not stop. You wanted to. God, I will regret not pushing this harder until the day I fucking die. There's no repentance for me in this. There's no attaboys. There's no good job in this. There's no forgiving. I was sober. I could have done something. I didn't. I didn't have drugs clouding my fucking brain. They complained about being hungry, and I was in the fucking house that was full of food. Kids went hungry on my watch. This is going to be tough to get through because there's a lot of pages of this thing. Throughout Imholte's video blog. So this one hurts too. April has at times on the show also appeared tired, lethargic, and strung out as well. So April, honey, you can yell at me for saying you had a problem. You really can, but everybody saw it. That's the thing. I'm finding out from this search warrant affidavit that the things that we thought we were keeping in the dark, people fucking knew. First of all, he's a detective. You don't think he's going to catch on to shit? Fuck. And, it's kind of fucking gross to say. But, to also back up the things I've said and the things I've asserted, notice that nowhere in here does it say I appeared strung out or on drugs on any of these streams. That's because I still tried to keep a modicum of professionalism and not be drunk or fucked up on a stream. In both Nicholas and Imholte's video blogs from Rekieta's studio, it is apparent they are in the same room and the items in the background appear the same. At one point during the Imholte's video, Nicholas walks in the background and grabs an item, which would show that the background is not a backdrop curtain and it was the layout of the actual room. On May 22nd, 2024, that would have been last Wednesday. So this was after Nick's fucking passed out, drunken, dipshit fucking stream. Imholte did a video blog where he talked about Nicholas and insinuated controlled substance use and also referenced a video blog that Nicholas put out online on May 21st that had since been taken off the internet. Imholte indicates in this blog that Nicholas needs help and needs to get help for his kids because of his substance abuse. Imholte points out a time in the video where Nicholas has a white powdery substance on his nose. On May 22nd, the detective was able to review the video that was taken off of Nicholas's YouTube and Rumble social media sites. The video is of Nicholas in his basement studio talking about a court appeals ruling he lost. He appears in the video to be drinking alcoholic beverages and eventually appears under the influence of a substance or substances. The entire video blog is 4 hours and 4 minutes long. I'm going to get into this more in a second. Sorry, Johnny, I need to take little breaks.
No, that's fine.
I'm going to be careful about how I say this. I was, like, as far as the kids not being fed enough, I know legally I'm not their guardian, so I guess legally I'm not responsible. But I was in the house. I clearly didn't do enough.
Yeah, not being
I should watch what I should. I know a lawyer would tell me not to say this, but I'm thinking about Ashton from Keno Casino, and when he was saying, you know, fuck the legal, go with the moral, go with the moral. The moral part of this is when I talk to that detective today, I should tell him, fucking charge me. Fucking charge me with a crime because I failed those kids. And I know legally they can't because I'm not their legal guardian. I have no legal responsibility for those children. But I didn't do enough. Fucking charge me, please. Enough running, enough fucking denying, enough any of it, guys. Like, hearing this shit about their kids and then reading this shit about, you know, how April and Nick were clearly fucked up on stream and everybody could see it. And everybody thought that our relationship, everybody in that community thought our relationship with the Rekietas was fucked up. Fucking throw me in cuffs. Because I may not be guilty legally of a crime, but God, have I fucked up. God, was I part of something fucking heinous. And there needs to be a punishment for me. There needs to be consequences for me. And I know people are like, well, in some ways you're paying those. I'm not. I'm not paying a fucking consequence. I got out. I saved myself and my kids from this, but the damage had been done. I was out in what? Early April? Damage had been done. I'm feeling tremendous guilt right now. My chest fucking hurts right now.
I wish there's something I could say to make it okay.
I don't know, and Johnny, I don't know what the chat is saying because I'm reading the affidavit right now, but I hope that they're being fucking hard on me. I really do. Because it doesn't pay to be hard on Nick or Kayla or April, because as far as I know, they haven't admitted any wrongdoing or any guilt or anything like that. I'm guilty. So if you're in the chat and you're shitting on me and you think I'm going to fight you on this, absolutely not. I am fucking garbage for allowing this to happen. The entire video blog is 4 hours and 4 minutes long. They're talking about Nick's drunken stream. Approximately 2 minutes and 46 seconds into the video, Nicholas leaves. 2 hours and 46 minutes into the video. Nicholas leaves to go use the restroom. When he returns at 2:50:40, he appears to be making an excited look and has a white powdery substance on his nose. Your detective believes his behavior is indicative of central nervous system stimulants. I'm just going to say detective because it keeps saying you're affiant, and I suck in saying that word. Believes, based on training and experience, as well as the behavior of Nicholas, that he ingested this white powdery substance through his nasal cavity while off camera. I mean, I've seen him do it during his breaks from the show when Kayla and I are upstairs. I've heard them chopping up the cocaine and sniffing it, and I don't doubt it. Your detective knows through training and experience that ingesting controlled substances through the nasal cavity is common amongst controlled substance users and is often referred to as snorting. Your detective also noted that throughout the video, Nicholas is so under the influence of a substance to the point he has to close one eye to read his screen, rambles and slurs his speech. Great. So people who fucking arrested my wife and Nick were fans of the show. Fucking coolio. Great. Wonderful. Nicholas would obviously not be able to care for his children in this state of intoxication. It should be noted that your detective was a drug recognition evaluator for several years. Oh boy, Nick was really fucked on this one.
Uh-oh.
And based on your detective's training and experience, the behavior of Nicholas in his video blog indicates polysubstance use, meaning it is believed he was ingesting more than one substance based on his behavior. being both excited and nearly passing out. This can be consistent behavior of using both CNS stimulants and depressants. Well, that would be coke and booze.
Mm-hmm.
Booze being a depressant. I don't think it was ketamine, but they did find that in the house. Your detective believes that the reports of neglect and controlled substance use are consistent with the previously mentioned information. Your detective is requesting to search the property for the above listed items in relation to the welfare of the children in the home. And in relation to a controlled substance investigation, your detective is also requesting to search Nick Rekieta. I declare under penalty of perjury that everything stated in this document is true and correct, and then he signed it. And then we'll read the search warrant here in a little bit. Motherfucker. Let's go check out what the audience is saying. I'll read some of these. And look, man, if you guys want to line up and you want to fucking throw stones, feel free. I'll read them all. I deserve it. I feel fucking low at the moment. And I don't want to hear any white knighting. You don't need to white knight for me. There ain't nothing to white knight about. Go ahead and read that fucking search warrant affidavit. I'm gutted. I'm so responsible. I mean, to all the Rekieta kids, I'm sorry. For whatever that's worth, I'm sorry. I apologize for not doing the right thing. You know, this is kind of that. This is that Nazi shit where you're like, well, it wasn't my job. Well, I didn't say anything. I didn't speak up. You know, it wasn't my place. It's always your fucking place when there's children involved. I think what I've been saying this whole time is learn from me. If there's like I said, there's no penance for me. There's no forgiveness for me on this one. The only thing I can do is that hopefully some of you learn that if you ever find yourself in the same unfortunate situation, that you fucking do something about it. Don't just sit there and go on a show and bitch after the fact. Go do something about it. Flex with $2 says, one question, did you eat the loads, punk? Well, that's a little poorly timed. Thunderbolt Vintage with $5 says, keep up the good work, boys. Enjoying the show. Haters gonna hate. Please stay humble and don't take the little things for granted. Cabernet with $2 says, Rekieta's bull was born on Christmas Eve. It doesn't really matter now, but yes, I was born on Christmas Eve. April's worn out gum glove with $2 says, so Aaron, when are you going to have the pastor on? New boot goofing. Citizen M with $4.99 says, Aaron, you admittedly and repeatedly popped pills in their home. While the children were there, you also knowingly brought your children to a drug den. You're right.
Those are accurate statements.
What are we going to do? Deny that?
It's going to rain.
Flimsy Greenberg can suck my dick. $2. We get it. You're a hero. Now back to the begging. There ain't no heroes.
We've been on the exact opposite of that.
There ain't no heroes here, buddy. Willie Dicker with $1.99 says, pay Johnny $200 today. Do the right thing, AI. Dirty Major Woody with $4.99 says, we've all done stupid things we're not proud of. One mistake doesn't make you a bad person. Yeah, but have your mistakes ever affected 5 children? Shit Show with $1.99.
That's a harder one to deal with.
Yeah. Shit Show with $1.99 says, if you mean it, unblock everyone on Twitter, liar. I mean, yeah, that sounds important right now. That sounds like the important thing to do. Fuck, dude. I didn't know that the kids were going to school and complaining about being hungry and all that shit.
Well, that just also goes to prove that...
That fucking makes me feel really shitty.
Yeah, you should.